Hello and welcome to the first event of the 2018 Formula 4 Southeast Asia Championship, fueled by petrol. We'll be getting to race 1 in just a moment, but before then, let's take a quick look down the pit lane, meet all the drivers and see what's happening.
Well, I'm just going to try to get a good launch off the line, because if I have the best start out of everyone, I won't need to defend.
Track's a bit damp now, so you don't collide in the side of the other guy. Turn 5 could be an option as well, because it's still wet and there's a lot of grip, so you could find different places.
Well, after the slippery qualifying session they just had, they'll have to adapt well and quickly back into the dry conditions, especially because now they're on new tires. So it'll be a real challenge for the drivers to see who's going to get back into the rhythm first.
And now we're going to go up to the commentary booth to give you the full race coverage. My name is Aaron Thompson. I'm joined now by Alex Young, a Malaysian F1 driver.
Hey Aaron, good to be here. It's a real pleasure to watch these young chargers at work.
We're coming to you live now for race 1 of the weekend, and indeed race 1 of the entire championship. And we've just come off of a wet and wild qualifying. You can see there, it looks like half the track is still a bit wet. And you can see the drivers taking their position on the grid.
Yep, it's still a bit damp, but they're on slicks. It's definitely slick weather, but the first few laps will definitely be a wee bit tricky.
Okay, just to run through the starting grid really quickly, we have Kane Shepherd from Thailand in first position, Maurice Mushaffer in second, Timothy O in third, Luke Thompson, Alessandro Giretti, Presley Matono, Kubo Mostaka, Rio Kamikado, Alistair Young, and Adam D'Agostino. You can see the red lights are about to extinguish, and we are off.
Oh, looks like a poor start for Muiz in the second row. Good start from Timothy Yeo in third. Looks like he's challenging for the lead into turn 1.
Looks like it might be side by side there between Kane and Timothy into turn 1, and Muiz on the outside.
Timothy should have covered the inside, allowed Kane to come back in, but he's braked just right. He's round the outside, he's on the inside for turn 2. Can he make the corner his own? He does, just makes it. Oh, he's running wide. Kane's coming back at him out of turn 2.
And Alessandro Giretti has a fantastic start going into turn 1 and 2. It looks like he's made up position from 5th in the start to 3rd or maybe even 2nd now. We can see the cars coming down into turn 4.
Oh, Kane Shepherd's definitely got the lead, and Timothy's been challenged.
It looks like Alessandro is in 2nd, challenging for 2nd. No, not quite. Still in 3rd. Might make a move coming into 5, 6, 7.
Now, 5 and 6 are the fast corners. They're not overtaking spots. And on new tyres, and there are new tyres, in dry conditions, you take it full throttle, over 200 kilometers per hour. But these damp conditions on this first lap, they have to be a bit careful. They use all the curb on the exit. But no incident so far. It's quite unusual for a Formula 4 race.
You're right, Alex, but it looks like they might be able to make some move coming into turn 9. We've seen before turn 9 is a very popular overtaking position in these cars.
Now braking for turn 9. No one's really close enough, and it's a bit damp offline, so everyone just been a bit cautious in these early laps as they feel their way into the conditions.
But Murray seems to have had a very poor start. He's dropped back several positions now. He's down into... I don't see it. 5th, yes.
Yes, Muiz in the yellow car. He's the Malaysian star of the future, karting champion. Was fastest in practice, actually.
But actually, he was 1st and 2nd with fellow Malaysian Israel Danish in the last race, the last event.
Yeah, but he's really struggling now. He's just going backwards in these damp conditions, perhaps being a bit too cautious. And it's really tricky in these conditions because on slick tyres, you really need to get temperature into the tyres, and so you have to push. But you can't really push because it's damp. It's kind of like a catch-22.
Is Timothy close enough there to make a peak? Not quite.
Not
Perhaps
quite.
Going down into turn 1. But Alessandro has had a fantastic start again, up from 5th position into 3rd. And maybe he can make a move coming into turn 1.
Yeah, he was really disappointed with his qualifying. And look, all 4 of them, they'll be getting a slipstream here.
Luke Thompson doing well there to maintain his 4th position. He told us that he's going to try and make a move coming down to turn 1, and he hopes to be on the podium.
Timothy's close enough. He's going to try. Ooh, has to look.
Not quite. Maybe he can maintain the position, get something ready for turn 4 coming up.
Oh, it's good to see Timothy doing well. He's a Malaysian. He's a last-minute entry. Has a pretty good karting background as well, but he's had a couple of years not doing much racing, so it's his first race back in a while. And it's good to see him challenging Kane, because Kane Shepherd's multiple winner with Formula 4.
Kane Shepherd, actually the rookie champion last year, coming back to try and win the overall championship this year. You can see the cars now coming through turn 4, and there is Moise Mouchafa. You can see him, car number 23, the yellow car on your screens. Hopefully he's going to pick up his pace and try and get back on the podium, because Moise actually is still a rookie because he only did 2 events last year, which puts him in contention for the rookie championship this year.
Yeah, so got 3 experienced guys out front, and then, well, relatively experienced, shall I say, and then 4th, 5th, and 6th, or 4th, 5th, and 7th for rookies.
So that means Alessandro Giretti is on position to be the first rookie, and Moise Mouchafa is in position to be the second rookie.
You can see Presley Martin.
And actually, interesting, Alistair Young is in position to be the third rookie at the moment if things stay as they are going.
It's interesting, Presley Martano, he's a very experienced Indonesian driver, great background in karting, doing some other racing and other championships as well. He's super quick, and he's all over the back of Timothy now, so I think he's going to have a look at saving and getting him into these last 2 corners. Turn 15 now. Be careful, very easy to lock the front right tyre as you break and turn into the corner. Everyone looks in clean, but Presley, he's getting a run on Timothy. He's going to have a look into the last corner for sure.
And it looks like Luke Thompson might be making ground on Moise there. Hopefully we'll have a battle on our hands in the next few laps.
Car there going wide. It's very tricky.
Something about to happen here between, looks like Alessandro Giretti and Timothy O. Something must have happened between him and Presley on the previous corner.
Yeah, no, Mataro got a... Oh, yes, I see what you mean.
Yes, it actually looks to me like they might have switched positions. Alessandro might be in second now. Yes, just ahead. You can see Timothy O is right up behind him, though. Coming into turn 1 is going to be very interesting. We've seen a lot of action last year and the year before, and this is where it's going to happen if it's going to happen.
Both covering the inside. There's actually a couple changes of direction.
There might be some investigation there by the stewards, because the rule is you're only allowed to change direction 1 time before you take the racing line. But you can see Alessandro has definitely secured second position at the moment, coming out into 3rd and 4th.
Actually, Aaron, I'm going to correct you there. It's Presley that's gone up into 2nd. We are confused because Alessandro used to drive the orange car, but he's not in an orange car now. He's in the purple car. So he's in...
Sorry, Alice, you're right about that. I admit that's my mistake.
Yeah, no, I was thinking the same thing. I was agreeing with you. So there you are. Here he is in shot. Alessandro, he's normally in the orange car. He's decided to go with the purplish pink car for this weekend to see if it brings some good luck. But yes, Presley Montero with a great move into the last corner, and out the last corner. He's now up to 2nd. Can he close it? Oh yes, straight away he's leaving the other cars behind him. He's closing the gap to Kane Shepherd, who's leading the race still.
The gap now, the last sector was, it looks like 2 tenths, just over 2 tenths. So you can see them coming up now into turn 9 again. This is a very popular overtaking position, but it looks like nobody quite close enough. Perhaps the second row of cars coming on your screen in a moment.
Kane getting a nice good exit, but I tell you what, Presley's going to be getting pretty close. He looks to be really good in this last sector, especially snagging through turns 11. Then you got 12 and 13, which then comes to turn 14, which is just in your shot here. 14 is a very tricky corner.
What kind of speed are they going through there, Alex?
Turn 12, that corner they just went through is flat out, and then they're braking and turning, and it tightens up on you so much. See, this is where Presley was good the lap before, and again, he's right on Kane Shepherd's gearbox. As Moise Mouchafa makes a move as well.
A brilliant move there by Moise.
Yeah, he was a very sneaky move. I was actually talking to him before the race. I said you can sneak down the inside into someone to turn 14. It is possible.
It looks like here there's going to be a move now between Presley and Kane. Presley going along the outside. We have seen an overtake around the outside of this corner before, perhaps not today though. And again, 2 more cars going too wide into the turn 15.
Yeah, and he's getting the better drive out because Kane Shepherd had to defend, and he had to defend on the wet, so he was slippery and sliding through that last corner, and Presley's all over the back of him. Can he get into turn 1? Because Kane's going to defend into turn 1, so maybe Presley will try and go around the outside. There he is, he's moving the outside onto the dry part of the track. Can he do it? No, not quite. Let's see.
But this now gives him a better line, maybe going into turn 2. Maybe he can pull it off into turn 3.
Yes, he does.
Just down the inside of turn 2. A brilliant move by Presley Motono. 2016 inaugural Formula 4 Southeast Asia Championship. Just getting ahead there of the 2017 rookie champion.
Wow, I didn't think he was going to make the move. I thought he was too far back, but he did. Kane gave him the room. Luckily he did, because otherwise that would have been contact for sure.
But we have seen Kane making a lot of moves coming into turn 4. Is he going to try it? Not quite, not this lap. But too wide there with Timothy O and Luke Thompson.
Having a good fight there. And Alistair Young in 7th position coming through as well. And let's see if Kane can fight back. I tell you what, Presley's, he's probably the most experienced driver in the grid. and he should pull away. But see if Kane can settle down, maybe watch what he's doing a bit, maybe pick up some tips of what Presley's doing, because Presley's especially quick in that last sector.
Is there a tyre management aspect to this now, Alex? Will Kane just settle for second so that he can try and do better in the rest of the races? Because Presley is here to win this event. Kane is here to win the championship.
It's possible, but I don't think so. I think Kane will try and go for the win. We got 3 races to go, including this one. And yes, you got to do it on one set of tires, but the conditions are cool, you know. So the tire degradation shouldn't be so high. I don't think they'll be too worried about it. It'll just be flat chat to the end. See, there you go again. You know, Presley's so good through turn 11, and he just extends. And then here through turn 14, he's very good as well. The other drivers who do well to look at his data after this race. That's a great thing about Formula 4 Southeast Asia. Everyone shares data, so they can look at what the other drivers are doing and learn off them.
So we're coming in now. Coming down the back straight, we can see Presley, as Alex was saying, has got a significant lead now over Kane. In third position is Alessandro Giretti, followed by Moise and Timothy.
So the battle for the rookies is hotting up, isn't it? Moise is getting closer and closer to Alessandro.
Coming down now into turn 1, we can see Presley, significant lead over Kane, followed by, looks like Alessandro Giretti and Maurice Mustafa. Maurice might be able to make a move in a moment, but there's a lock-up by Presley Martono coming into turn 1. That's going to change things for everyone, perhaps.
That's not what you want to do, because you got to do 3 races on these set of tires, and if he's flat-spotted that tire, it's going to compromise him later on in the afternoon. Hopefully it's not too bad and he can continue.
So Alex, in Formula 4 it's actually a reverse grid. So the way that works is in qualifying you set your fastest lap and that sets you up for race 1. Then race 2 is the reverse of the finishing position for race 1, and race 3 is the reverse of the finishing position for race 2. So that means if things stay as we are, we'll see Adam D'Agostino on pole for race 2, Rio Kamikado in second place, and Kubo Masataka in third. So it'll be interesting to see what the leading drivers from this race can do in the next outing.
Whoa!
Oh, very wide there. I think that was Kane Shepherd going wide.
Yeah, that's going to compromise him. So Alessandro Giretti is going to fancy his chances of getting back at him.
And as we said before, Malaysian superstar Maurice Mustafa is now going to be right up behind Alessandro Giretti. He's going to be challenging not just for third position overall, but for first position on the Rookie Championship.
Yeah, and he's just set the fastest lap of the race at 2 minutes 13.9. So the pace is definitely there in that yellow car. It's whether or not he has the racecraft to make his way past the drivers in front of him.
We were talking at the beginning of the race, Timothy Yeo had a fantastic start. Unfortunately, he's dropped back a little bit now. He's ended up in 5th at the moment, just behind Maurice Mustafa. We're going to see if there's going to be any more battle, if he can find his way back onto the podium.
His driver's getting close.
We can see the pink car there of Alessandro Giretti, very close, and a little bit of a lock-up there. Looks like smoke coming off the track.
Love to get a shot of the last corner. We've seen the drivers come to the last corner.
So we can see there Presley coming down into turn 15, significant lead from Kane now.
Oh.
And we can see there's going to be something probably coming down into turn 1 and 2 between Alessandro and Kane. Hopefully Moise can take advantage, gain some grid positions as well.
They do look close enough, don't they? The battle for the rookies, isn't it? 3rd and 4th position there.
It's definitely going to be something, maybe not turn 1, maybe something's going to end up happening at turn 4, but something's about to happen between the 2nd, 3rd and 4th drivers, and it's all down to rookie champion and overall champion as well.
Yeah. I think Presley's got this one in the bag. He's made quite a bit of gap. The others are going to struggle to get back to him, but the battle for second is not over yet.
So the gap actually between Presley and Kane is 2.5 seconds, and then 3/10 behind him is Alessandro Giretti, and another 3/10 behind them is Maurice Mustafa. A move here, not quite. Yes, he's going to go down the inside. Beautiful move. Beautiful move. Number 28 there, Alessandro Giretti from France, living in Morocco, out here to try and be the overall champion, win that McLaren award, and he's taken 2nd position now, and that's all the better for him. He's now rookie 1st and overall 2nd, and we're going to see what's happening at the end of the race.
Yeah, that was a really good move. Oh,
Something happening now by Moise. Not quite, but he is all over the back of Kane Shepherd.
Yeah, not really an option to overtake into turn 7. The braking zone is too short and the corner is too fast. Let's see if you can look into turn 9, which is a serious braking zone with this hairpin.
That said, Alex, we had seen last year Ishan Perez tried to make a move. He almost stuck it, but spun out. Everyone managed to avoid everyone, and there was no accident, but would have been a fantastic overtaking move. It's something I'd never seen before.
Oh, Mui's got him. Mui's got Kane. Must have got him into turn 9, just out of shot. So good job by the Malaysian. He's now up onto the podium positions.
That is Presley Martono coming around turn 14, going down the back straight. You can see Alessandro Giretti a little bit slippery there. Did it look like that to you guys?
Well, this corner is probably the most difficult corner on the track, and especially when the tires get a bit hot. I'm not saying they're hot now because the conditions are pretty cool. And it's very easy to make mistakes there because it just tightens up on you so much, and it's very hard to gauge your braking points and your turning points.
Kane trying to make a move there on Muis Mustafa, but we can see, Alex, the outside of the track seems to be significantly lighter. Is that the drier side? That's why all the drivers are sticking there.
Yeah, that's right. The racing line is drying up. Cars going around, of course, will dry the track eventually.
So we saw there a moment ago Kane Shepherd right up behind Muis Mustafa. Looks like he's going to make a move. Coming around the outside, we saw previously Presley Martono took advantage here and managed to make it into turn 2 and get position, but not quite from Kane Shepherd. He's going to have to hold back, try and save up his speed and get into turn 4.
Tell you what though, Muis had a little wiggle coming out of turn 2. That's going to compromise his exit. So Kane's going to be right over the back of him, and he is. Muis will be doing well to try and defend into turn 4, because otherwise Kane's going to send one down the inside. No, he doesn't. Kind of surprised about that because he was close enough.
Next overtaking position is turn 9 now. So what's your advice for young Kane Shepherd? He bides his time, waits for turn 9, turn 15?
Oh, I would have just made a move into turn 4. I think he looked close enough. But maybe he wasn't. It's hard to see from this head-on angle. But now Muis has just stretched his legs. This is a corner Shane's been at. There he is. He's been struggling at the whole race and just understeering off again. So, I think that's done and dusted for him. He's lost out too much ground.
Back to the front of the grid, we can see Presley Martono has now gained another second over his competitors. He's 3.4 seconds ahead of Alessandro Giretti in second, and Alessandro is 1.6 seconds ahead of third position, which is Muis Mustafa, who is only 2/10 ahead of Kane Shepherd at the last clock in time. But it looks like he might have made a bit of space, as Alex was talking about a moment ago.
Yeah, Muis he's got the pace. He's left Kane Shepherd straight away, and he's actually coming up the gearbox of Alessandro Giretti.
Drivers now coming through turn 14, and we saw Kane Shepherd going a little bit wide there into turn 12.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe he's abused those front tires a bit too much. There's a lot of understeering moments for him through the faster corners.
And as we said before, it is just one set of tires for the 3 races, the same as most Formula 4 championships in the world. So you've got to be really careful. If you make a mistake, it compromises your entire weekend.
Braking for the last corner as the leaders go through.
Nobody close enough to make a move, but perhaps we'll see something coming down into turn 1. A little bit wide there from Muis Mustafa coming out of turn 15. Going onto the rumble strip, looks like he touched the dirt a little bit.
Does that say 4 laps to go, that board?
Yeah, I believe that's 4 laps left now.
Well, actually 4 laps is still plenty to do, but Muis, no, what's he doing?
Making a fantastic.
That was a strange move, but he seemed to have pulled it off. He came from way far back.
And got ahead of it. If I'm not mistaken, he's now in second.
I actually think that's the end of the race, mate. Everyone seems to be slowing down. We must have missed it. There must have been a checkered flag out of sight.
Well, let's just check with race control, because our time screen shows 4 laps remaining. Sorry, just bear with us one moment. We'll find out what's happening. You can see the drivers all continue to run.
You know, I don't understand. They seem to have sped up again, so it's a bit of confusion there. It is entirely possible that they may have received something wrong on the pit boards, because they definitely slowed down, didn't they, Aaron? But now they seem to have sped up again.
Sorry for that confusion, but it does look like now Alessandro Giretti is in P1, and followed by Presley Martono in P2 and Muis Mustafa in turn 3. We're not quite sure what happened, but bear with us and we'll get back to you on social media after the press conference after the end of the race.
Definitely says 3 laps to go on that board, doesn't it? So I'm going to assume we just keep on racing. But clearly a little bit of confusion there with some of the runners.
Maurice Mustafa now, Presley Matono dropping back.
Yeah, I don't know if he has a problem, but wow, fantastic for the rookie.
So interestingly, that puts Alessandro Giretti in first position, first rookie as well. Maurice second position, second rookie as well. Kane Shepherd third position, and Alistair Young third rookie.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I think Presley's has a problem, but he seems to be going okay now.
Perhaps he just spun off a little and we missed it on screen at the moment.
Possible.
You can see them all quite tight actually coming through into turn 1 and 2 there, that group. But Alessandro, I believe that's Alessandro at the head of the grid, has a significant lead over Moise. Who has a significant lead over Kane Shepherd, and there's a group of 4 cars and coming down into turn 4, 5, 6. Might see some action, hopefully coming into turn 9. That looks like Presley Matono might be able to make a move on Kane Shepherd.
Coming through for turn 5 and 6. This is the corner Kane Shepherd's been struggling with all race.
Quite wide again there.
Going wide again.
Alex, you said earlier Moise and some of the other drivers had been having problems here. What's your advice? What's the correct line to take, especially in these conditions where it looks like there's lots of patches of wet and dry asphalt?
Well, you gotta obviously look after your tyres is the first thing. And a race car is always a little bit of a compromise. It can never quite be perfect. You try and measure the balance between the front axle and the rear axle. And it looks like Kane's struggling a little bit with understeer through those quicker corners. But, you know, as a driver, it's not like you can stop the car and do something about it. You have to learn how to drive around these issues. And Kane, as he keeps repeating that mistake, is not doing his tyres any good. You know, if I were him, I'd be trying to back it off at certain points, try and get some life back into those front tyres.
We can see, somebody going very right there, a pink car. I can't quite make out the number, but it looks like 22 perhaps. 22 Alistair Young? No, Alistair Young is in a yellow car, I can't be him. Oh no, Alistair changed cars actually. He's now in the pink.
He's in a yellow car. Had an issue with the orange car he was driving, so he's back in the yellow car now. So we'll soon see as they come across the timing screens. Looks like, I think that's Timothy Yeo running wide.
So we can see there that group of 4 cars as well. They're still very tight coming down into turn 1.
That was Luke Thompson going very wide. As Presley Martara comes in turn 1, is he close enough to Kane Shepherd? Yes, he is.
Fantastic move there by Presley, but we've seen before somebody can hold the outside line, not quite able to do it though here with Kane.
Timothy, if he just turned in a bit late there, if he'd turned in a bit earlier and got to that apex, I think he'd have done a nice run on Kane Shepherd.
So we've seen at the beginning of the race, Timothy Yeo was actually in 2nd and 3rd position. It looks like he might be able to gain a position again here with Kane Shepherd. Coming down to turn 4, he's going to take the inside line. Not quite, a bit too much weaving, lost a bit too much speed, I think. So coming now through 5 and 6, we can see the leader at the head of the pack, followed by Maurice Mustafa. You'll see his yellow car in a moment pass your screens. But at the moment, the action is right behind them between Kane Shepherd, Timothy Yeo, and Presley Matono. Coming down into turn 9, you can see Alessandro leading the way.
Serenely now, only 2 laps to go. It's a great result for the rookie. You know, he's very focused on trying to win the championship this year, as is Maurice Mustafa just behind him. You know, they're put a lot of effort, done a lot of testing to try and get on top of these cars.
Interestingly, Alessandro Giretti, he came into Formula 4 last year and became the event champion for the final event of the last championship. But Maurice Mustafa, he won the final race of the final event. So it's very interesting to see who comes out on top this weekend. Yeah,
definitely a bit of competition. You know, Moores is still putting in the faster laps though, so he has the pace to get to the front. His bad start at the very beginning of the race obviously cost him dearly, where he dropped back down to, was it 5th position?
So we can see there Alessandro leading the way through turn 15, followed by Moise and Presley Matono, who has again built up a bit of a lead from Kane Shepherd.
Timothy Yeo having looked out into the last corner.
Not quite there, but maybe into turn 1.
Well, Timothy's in the slipstream.
They're so close to the wall there. Yeah. Can you actually see how close you are to the wall? From the driver's position, your view is very limited.
Yeah, it is. Oh, let's see. Would it jerk to the outside? No. Oh, he's trying the inside. Good
He faked Kane
move.
out, but he's gone wide, and Kane's going to take it back going into turn 2.
Oh, just
that's so unlucky.
snatched the front brake a little bit, but I tell you what, he's going to get good exit out of turn 2. And there's still another chance. We're on the last lap. Can he make a move to turn 4? Let's see if we pick this up. Oof, not quite close enough.
So coming down now into turn 4. Can Timothy make a move? Probably. Oh, down the inside. That's the second time we've seen that move.
That was close. If he didn't lock up another front brake, I think he would have made it through. But we'll see in a second.
So this is the final lap now, Alex. Do you think there's going to be any change of position between Timothy and Kane and Muiz and Alessandro? They seem to be fine unless there's a big problem. But the action is between Presley, Kane, and Timothy.
Yeah, I mean the front 2, the gap is stabilized, so I think it's going to be as it were. But I'd love to see what's happening in the battle for 4th and 5th position, because that was getting very spicy.
We saw Alessandro and Ruiz pass. Orange car there, that must be Presley Martono.
Well, I guess because it's the last lap, the director wants to focus on the leader.
You gotta pay a bit of love to the guy winning the race, though.
Yeah, and he has driven the best, so all credit due.
But we can see here Timothy O still trying to make a move on Kane Shepherd, and he set himself up quite well for the end. Be fantastic to see him take the position at the final the final corner, the final lap, and we have seen that happen before in F4, especially in Thailand last year.
Yeah, and now Kane must have got back on Timothy after that move in turn 4. But anyway, here comes the winner.
Best I could and just gaining pace slowly over the race. So yeah, quite happy. I mean, got this. So
I don't think I had a great start. So Timothy pretty much had a better start than me, hence why he got alongside me. And then he almost made a move, but